on the Hawkeyes Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks.
On this date, 44 years ago, the U.S. Olympic hockey team defeated Russia in the semifinals of the Olympic Games at Lake Placid, New York. Was not supposed to happen. A huge surprise, and was dubbed the Miracle on Ice. And of course, a popular movie followed about that unbelievable win and the USA hockey team's gold medal. Don't need a miracle tonight for the Iowa women's basketball team to win a game against Indiana, but certainly need a great effort, one of the best efforts of the year. Welcome to a whiteout, sold-out Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, as Iowa and the Hoosiers get together for the second time this year. Of course, Iowa won the first meeting and have won 5 of the last 6. The two teams split in the regular season a year ago. The Hawkeyes coming off that monumental, historic victory against the Michigan Wolverines, of course, in which Caitlin Clark became the NCAA's all-time leading scorer in women's basketball history, and also set the Carver Hawkeye Arena record and an Iowa basketball record with 49 points in that 106-89 victory. A little bit of an opposite scenario for the Indiana Hoosiers, who are kind of cruising right along and have had a sparkling record as well. Stand at 21-4 and 12-3. The Hawkeyes in second place in the Big Ten. Indiana in third, and kind of lost a head-scratcher on Monday afternoon at Illinois, 86-66. And Illinois kind of took care of business and took control of that game in the second quarter, outscoring Indiana 26-11. But that's not going to matter tonight. Of course, the Hoosiers have been looking forward to this game and a sold-out Assembly Hall, which we've been accustomed to on the road, but not much black and gold in the arena tonight. And the crowd started late this morning in lining up for this 8 o'clock Eastern tip. And by the time we arrived at the arena a couple of hours ago, it was wrapped all the way around Assembly Hall here in Bloomington. But the weather was pretty nice, so it wasn't 28 or 29 degrees like we've seen earlier in the year, folks waiting to get inside the arena. So expect a big-time Big Ten basketball game tonight. The Hawks and the Hoosiers. It's number 4 against number 14. When we return, we'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluter. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Exciting Iowa women's basketball team play in the Big Ten tournament. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited has just a few rooms available at the Marquette Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. The hotel is located just a few blocks and within an easy walk to the Target Center. This package is 2-night hotel only on March 8th and 9th with an option to purchase additional nights. Go to duagency.com to book this official Hawkeye women's basketball package. Click on vacations and group travel. Don't miss Hawkeye women's basketball in the Big Ten tournament. duagency.com.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corngrowsiowa.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana, as we count down to tip off Iowa and Indiana on the pregame show with Coach Bluter. And Lisa, obviously Indiana coming off a tough loss. Do you really buy into a team coming off a loss, a little extra effort, extra motivation?
Not in this case. I think sometimes it can serve a purpose, but not in this case. They've, had us circled for a long time. This is their only sellout of the year, I believe. So that's not going to really, how they approach this game, what didn't really change, in my opinion.
Sydney Parrish, of course, has been injured, did play sparingly at Illinois, kind of working her way back. If she is in the lineup, what kind of a difference maker is she?
Yeah, the reason she's a difference maker is that she is a good rebounder and she can shoot threes, so she can really stretch the defenses out. She can beat you off a bounce. I mean, they've really missed her the last month, and yes, she's working her way back. She played 7 minutes in the Illinois game. I expect her to play a lot more tonight.
This is one of those teams, obviously, that's had success, and a really good inside-outside combination can really get hot from three. Two players that shoot a lot of them, over 40%.
Yeah, they have a lot of really good three-point shooters. We got to start with Sarah Scalia. She is shooting 9 threes a game and shooting almost 47% from three-point range. Also, Yarden is shooting 5 threes a game at 46% shooting. Sydney Parrish, 6 threes a game at 58% shooting, and even their point guard gets in on it. She's shooting 4 threes at over 50%. So they have 4 outstanding three-point shooters in their starting lineup.
Well, you've had plenty of experience in defending Mackenzie Holmes. How will you attack that tonight?
Well, I just don't think you can guard her one-on-one. She is their leading scorer on the team, and when they go to their bench, there's definitely people that we're going to be able to double off of her. We're going to, dig in on the post when she's got it, just because we can't let her just go score one-on-one. For one thing, we might foul out if we do that, just because she's really good at drawing fouls too.
Back with more from Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
Soon we'll go from pool back to school. The end of summer is a total bummer. But yesterday I went shopping and got all the essentials. New backpack, new kicks. Oh, and this is huge. Mom finally got rid of our basic internet and switched us to Extreme. The new Wi-Fi is amazing.
Go back to school with best and fast internet from Extreme. Get speeds from 100 meg up to 1 gig and Wi-Fi 360 Pro with advanced whole home coverage. Call 844-4FASTER or shop online at extreme.com.
For Indiana defending Caitlin Clark, you kind of expect a Chloe Moore McNeil to be there and to just kind of play her one-on-one?
Yeah, I mean, Chloe Moore McNeil did a great job against Caitlin the first time that we played, especially in that first quarter. You know, she's got 5'11", she's got good size, she's quick, she's athletic, and she really made it hard on Caitlin. But now when she went to the bench and they brought other subs in, that's when Caitlin really got on a roll. And then after that, you know, there's not much you can do about that step back three that Caitlin shoots. I mean, you can be all up in her face, but man, when she does that step back, that's hard to guard.
It doesn't matter if there are 2 or 3 people there.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Addie O'Grady coming off the bench. Is she big in this type of game because she can match up size-wise with Mackenzie Holmes?
Yeah, I thought the first time that we played them that Addie gave Mackenzie a little bit of trouble with her height. And so definitely having the change between Hannah, who's going to front in the post, and Addie, who's going to play behind, gives us a different look with our post. But I do expect Addie to do a good job today defending Mackenzie Holmes.
Keys for a Hawkeye victory this evening.
Well, to us, it's defensive transition, and they get a lot of threes in transition. So we have got to make sure we cover their threes and then really have some good doubles in their post when we're able to. Again, not letting Mackenzie Holmes really get into that rhythm. We need to push on them. I don't think they want to play quite at the speed that we do, and we just want to have that really good attack mindset. And, to beat Indiana here, you got to stay out of foul trouble and you got to knock down some threes.
Yeah, and you think, too, Coach, about those transition threes. That gets the crowd into it. Yes. And if you can limit that, that'll help as well. Yeah, I got a sold-out crowd tonight. It's a loud crowd, and they'll be ready to cheer. Last time we had a sold-out crowd at Nebraska, but a lot of them were Iowa fans. Tonight, not the case. Coach,
not the case.
Good luck to the Hawks. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Rob.
Head coach Lisa Bluter on the pregame show. Back with more from Assembly Hall after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. While farmers work hard to grow the best crop, their Iowa corn checkoff investments are hard at work too. Opening local and global markets for corn and corn-fed products, educating drivers on unleaded 88 as the best fuel at the pump, finding new uses for corn, and sharing the farmer's story. Iowa corn farmers are backed by researchers, educators, market experts, and more. To keep corn growing Iowa.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard? With 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources. Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Well, this crowd is ready to go. There is no doubt about that. As loud as we've heard this year as the Indiana starters were introduced. And the biggest cheer came from when Sydney Parrish was announced. Now, she'd missed several games due to injury and was kind of working her way back this week. Played 5 minutes and 58 seconds at Illinois and is a big boost to the Hoosiers, averaging 14.1. She'll be joined by Mackenzie Holmes, who has become Indiana women's basketball all-time leading scorer. Chloe Moore McNeil, the 5'11 senior, averaging 12.7 in conference play. Sarah Scalia, sharpshooter, transfer from Minnesota, has been at Indiana a couple of years. And Yarden Garzone, 6'3 sophomore, who had a terrific freshman season, averaging 10.2. Tiffany is back next to me. And how about the keys for the Hawks tonight?
Well, it's great to be back, Rob. I realize I missed one of the biggest games of the season, but
this is big too.
This is big too, and the crowd is loud. The student section is holding up signs saying, "We grow better corn." I mean, this game is on. Keys tonight, Coach Bluter talked about their offense. I want to talk a little bit about their defense. They're good defenders. We know that Chloe Moore McNeil frazzled Caitlin Clark the last time around. Bottom line here tonight, the Hawks need to push the ball, work to get the ball inside. Caitlin needs to drive the rail, as they say, kind of drive down the free throw line extended, look for the pitch off to Stolke. It's going to be a game from beginning to end. It's going to be a fun one, Rob.
Hawks in the gold uniforms as Indiana goes gray, and Holmes wins the tap against Hannah Stolke. And we'll have the first possession of the game left to right in front of us here at Assembly Hall. And immediately an offensive foul is called. Sydney Parrish with a blocking foul. Not even 15 seconds into the game. So the Hawkeyes will have it. That script, black Iowa across the front, black numbers. Here's Marshall in between the circles, holds the ball at her hip. Now right side, Marshall drops it in to Hannah Stolke. Gets down deep, but too strong off the window. Weak side rebound to Indiana. Moore McNeil gives it off to Scalia, racing toward the basket along the baseline. And the first Hawkeye foul of the evening will go against Molly Davis. So Scalia will shoot a pair. Tonight's opening tip is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit, requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. 2 for 2 at the line for Scalia. And Clark racing down the rail on the left side. And scores off the window. And we're tied at 2. And that's kind of the free throw line extended, going down the right side to the left side of the hoop.
Yep. And it's tough to guard because it's an odd angle.
Three-pointer is good, left to the top of the key for Sarah Scalia. We know she can shoot it.
Sarah Scalia averages 15, but in the last 5, she's been averaging 20. She's got a hot hand right now. We want to keep our eye on her.
Shoots it at almost 44%. 5-2 Indiana. Hawkeyes working it around the perimeter. Davis sends it to Marshall, now in the corner to Kate Martin. Now Clark coming off a screen. She's in the corner, fakes a 3. Now step back 3 is blocked by Garzone. Indiana digs it up. Looks to go in transition. Garzone drives in on the left side, and a push will be called on Clark, and she'll shoot a pair. That's Caitlin's first, the team's second.
Yeah, I think on offense, Caitlin didn't quite fully make up her mind on what she was going to do, so had a bit of a hesitant three-point shot, and then came down and kind of had that retaliation foul, kind of a ticky-tack. Waste of a foul, really.
Garzone's first, rolls around, and no good. Came off the front of the iron. And what did Coach Bluter say? One of the keys for the Hawkeyes tonight, stay out of foul trouble. Second one, also no good. Rolls off the right side. Stolke grabs the rebound. 5-2 Indiana. Just underway. Here's Clark at the top of the key. Step back 3. Got it. There's that separation.
Yep, nobody does it better. Her step back, and it's so loud in here. That first three, she's going to come right back at you. You knew it was going to happen.
And Caitlin Clark now has broke her own record for a single season in the Big Ten for made three-pointers. Drop off inside. Mackenzie Holmes lost control of it and went up and did not finish. Ball dug up by the Hawkeyes. Here's Martin. Bounce pass inside. Stolke has it blocked underneath by Parrish. Dug up by the Hoosiers. We're tied at 5. Lob pass underneath. Holmes. Left-handed layup. Window good.
Indiana's going to push that basketball too.
Clark to Martin. Layup. No good. Kate works hard. Gets it back. Flips it up over the rim and scores. Way to stay with it, Kate Martin.
Definitely stick with it, and a nice little baby hook that she finished with on the second one.
Tied at 7. Moore McNeil in between the circles. Right-handed dribble. Now Parrish on the left wing. Lob pass inside and knocked out of bounds by Stolke off the hand of Mackenzie Holmes along the baseline. Goes out of bounds as the Hawks elect to front Holmes.
Yeah, I like this so far. I think Stolke's tall enough, strong enough that this is a good defensive move for the Hawks.
Stolke at the free throw line. Hands it off to Clark, who lost control of the ball, though she had a layup, and gets on the floor and ties up Mackenzie Holmes, and the Hawkeyes will have possession underneath. We're tied at 7. 6:55 left to go in the first. Clark will throw it in. Looks inside and gets it to Gabby Marshall on the right wing. Now Davis in between the circles. Bounce pass Clark left side. 15-foot jumper. No good, but a foul will be called on Moore McNeil. I think she thought that Caitlin was going to take that from the left wing and go right to the basket, but pulled up from 15. And then Moore McNeil just kind of ran into the right shoulder of Clark, who makes the first free throw.
And while Caitlin Clark does it all, we don't see a lot of mid-range pull-up jumpers from her. So, of course, it's like three-pointer or drive to the hoop, and that one, she really faked her out.
Second one also good. Hawks go up by 2. Moore McNeil across the timeline for the Hoosiers. Bounce pass at the elbow. Parrish drops it inside Garzone. Creates some space, goes up. Layup, no good. Was short off the window. And then the ball tapped out of bounds, going after the rebound by the Hawkeyes' Hannah Stolke.
I got to give Caitlin Clark some props. She played some pretty strong post defense against Garzone. I almost think that Garzone dropped her shoulder just a little bit, but again, it shows the versatility of Caitlin Clark, that she can body up. I think Garzone has several inches on her. Yeah, 3-4 inches on Caitlin. So good defense there by Caitlin Clark.
Garzone gives it off to Scalia, coming off a screen, short on the three-pointer, right at the top of the key. Clark the rebound. Across the timeline, Hawks with the 2-point lead. Gets it to Martin on the left wing. Now Marshall. Here's Martin right side. Hawks working it around the perimeter. Davis to Clark around the baseline, and now step back 3. Right wing, no. Ball bounces on the floor and into the hands of Parrish. Addie O'Grady into the game for Hannah Stolke. Here is Parrish driving in, paint, and a foul will be called on Addie O'Grady, who thought she went straight up in the air, but that'll be number 1 on her.
She's definitely going to want to watch that foul, those fouls, right? She needs to be able to match up against Mackenzie Holmes. It was a tough call. Could have gone either way.
Sydney Falter comes in for Molly Davis. Parrish at the line. The first one is good. That's her first point. 6'2" senior. He just joined us, missed several games, did not play in Iowa City. Second one strong off the window. Holmes gets the offensive board, has it blocked away by O'Grady, and a late foul is called on the baseline. That's O'Grady's second.
Yeah, that's a bummer. She's going to need to sit, and Hannah Stolke's going to need to play some very smart basketball.
And Stolke will come back in for O'Grady. So Holmes, after the offensive rebound, will shoot 2. And Indiana, well, they haven't really shot them well tonight, living at the free throw line here in the first quarter. First one is good, and that ties the game at 9. Holmes with 3, coming off of 24 at Illinois. McKenzie's second swish. She has 4, and Lily Meister will come in. LaMendola as well. Meister, the backup pivot player, 6'3" sophomore. 10-9 in favor of Indiana. Clark walks it across the timeline, angles left side. Now Scalia comes out on her. Here's Martin teeing up a 3 straight away, no good. Off the left side of the iron, and Meister gets the rebound to Scalia. Comes down the right side of the lane, hesitates, and then tries to go baseline on Sydney Fulter, and then pulls it back out. Now gives it up to LaMendola. 3-pointer straight away, no good. Missed it in between the circles. Stuelke the rebound to Clark. Down court pass to Kate Martin in the paint. Kicks it back out to Marshall. Traveling is called on Gabby Marshall. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. .5:18 left to go in the first quarter. Hoosiers by 1, 10-9 with the basketball. Chloe Moore McNeil in between the circles. Fires it left side. Scalia coming off a screen. Knocks it down from the left wing. That's a 3-pointer. Scalia with 8. Clark on the right side in the front court is bumped by Moore McNeil. Goes down, no call, but is able to hand it off to Sydney Fulter. Reverses the ball to Marshall. Lob pass to Stuelke, goes to work, drives in the paint, goes up strong with the left hand. No good, but Lily Meister will be called for the foul as Stuelke went to the spin move on the left block.
Yeah, that spin move is so efficient for her. Very difficult to guard. I think right now the Hawks are a little helter-skelter on offense, and they need to focus on getting the ball inside, at least getting themselves to the free throw line.
For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. 4:47 left to go in the first. A big-time crowd here in Assembly Hall. Indiana 13, Iowa 9. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
You can set up the best zone defense from home heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal up drafts around your home, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com to find more ways to keep warm with less energy. As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hannah Stalkey at the free throw line. Coach Mutter had a conversation with a couple of the officials about the contact over on the right side that caused Caitlin Clark to go down. So Stalkey will get 2. First one is perfect. That's Hannah's first point. Had 13 points and 5 boards against Michigan. Second one, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Indiana along the baseline. Great job by Sydney Falter to go after it and keep it alive. The Hawkeyes have not scored a field goal in the last 2:38. Indiana leads by 3. Hawks get it in. Marshall on the left wing. Now a Falter in between the circles. Reverse the ball to Clark on the right side. She spins, drives to the hoop. Floater off the window is good. Caitlin Clark already in double figures with 10.
And the finesse on that shot is a thing of beauty.
Here's Scalia on the right wing as the Hawkeyes pull to within 1. Now Moore McNeil in between the circles, keeps that left-handed dribble going, now shifts to the right side. Parrish inside the three-point arc, now gives it off to Mackenzie Holmes for 3 right at the top of the key, rimming no, and loose ball dug up by Clark. Drives it across the timeline. She's doubled, pulls it back out, bounce pass inside. Stalkey goes to work on the right block and scores off of Mackenzie Holmes. Stalkey with 3.
Again, I love that Stokey's coming out here fearless. She is going to match up with Mackenzie Holmes tonight.
Hawks grab the lead by a point. And the step back 3 by Scalia is blocked by a Falter from the top of the key. Dug up by Clark into the front court. Hands it off to Martin. Drives to the hoop. Left-handed layup. Window good.
Actually, Kate Martin there grabbed the ball, was able to switch it over to her left hand to get around her defender for a beautiful layup.
Kate with 4 had 20 against the Wolverines. And the Hawkeyes go up by 3. Holmes catches in deep. Shot no. Rebound. Put back good. That's 2 O boards for Mackenzie Holmes. She has 6. A Falter right wing. Drops it to Kate Martin outside the paint. Dribbles into the paint. Now left side Marshall. Lob pass into Stalkey, but off the block. Return pass from Martin, and Stalkey is pushed from behind by Mackenzie Holmes. That is her first.
I love how the Hawkeyes passed into Hannah. Hannah passed back out, back into Hannah. Hannah has a physical, I would say, advantage over Mackenzie, and she's reaching around right now. They need to take advantage of that and get her into some foul trouble.
Hawks have made their last 3 from the floor. Lead by 1 at 16-15. Clark gets it into a Falter on the left wing, and Sydney drives baseline and goes right by Parrish and lays it up and in.
What a dog. I mean, the strength there and the poise to muscle it up over Sydney Parrish. Great move by Sydney Falter.
Sydney against Sydney. And a Falter gets her first basket. Hawks by 3. 2:35 left to go in the first. Moore McNeil on the left wing. Brings it to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper 15. Rimming no. Rebound Clark. Has her eyes down court. Crosses the timeline. Dribbles behind her back. Step back 3 straight away. A little bit strong off the back of the bracket. Long rebound to Moore McNeil. Brings it into the front court. Now Scalia tries to drive right side. Molly Davis on her. Reverse the ball to Bargesser, 5'9" sophomore, and then she knocks down a long 2 from the left wing for her first basket. Averages 4, but the last 5 games has scored 8.4. She got a lot of the minutes when Sydney Parrish was injured. Hawks now by 1. Stalkey drops it off to Clark, racing toward the basket and lays it up and in. Nice pass from the free throw line by Hannah Stalkey, and really Indiana fell asleep defensively.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, Caitlin Clark had a wide open layup.
From the right wing, just raced to the basket, nobody there to contend. Iowa by 3, Indiana with the basketball. Moore McNeil, free throw line extended right, drives against Feuerbach, who's into the game, tries to get a pass inside and does to Holmes. It was batted once by Stalkey, but gathered in by Holmes. Three-pointer in transition. Clark straight away, no. Ball tapped out by Stolke and goes out of bounds along the sideline. Indiana basketball, Iowa by 1. 1:15 left to go in the first. Clark with 12 of Iowa's 20. And Sharon Goodman, who has played sparingly the last couple of weeks, in for Hannah Stolke. Addie O'Grady on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sharon would be the first to tell you, you need to be ready at any point of the game to step up and be big. And here she has a great opportunity tonight.
Garzone, free throw line extended left for Indiana. Bounce pass to Holmes. She's doubled in the corner, tries to make a move, and ends up double dribbling.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark dropped over with Sharon Goodman and really frazzled her. I like this dropping down, a guard dropping down. Of course, you've got to be the right guard guarding the right person, but that's an effective move. It also pulled her pretty far away from the block.
Yeah, she was out by the three-point arc, not a comfortable spot for Indiana's center. Hawks in the front court by 1. In the corner, Gabby Marshall for 3 off the right side of the rim, but a weak side board by Kate Martin. Gets it out to Davis at the free throw line. Whips a pass left side. Martin for 3. That's short. Didn't hit anything. And Indiana digs it up. Amendola into the game. Has the ball in between the circles. She's a 6'1" freshman. Plays the 4, drives down the right side of the lane, backs her way in, gets Gabby Marshall, scores off the window. Took advantage of a mismatch there.
Yeah, for sure. A couple of inches and some strength. It was difficult for Gabby to maintain that. Obviously, the crowd's into it now.
Indiana by 1. Hawks with 10 seconds. Clark out near the timeline. And a foul is going to be called on Bargesser with a reach against Clark. And that's the 15th foul on the Hoosiers in the quarter, and will send Caitlin Clark to the free throw line with 6.9 left to go. Hoosiers by 1.
Caitlin does such a good job when she's, steps behind the three-point line of drawing that defense to her and drawing that foul. Baiting them is how I would describe it.
Makes the first. Came into tonight 99 points away from Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record in college basketball history. Knocks down the second. Clark will go to the bench to get a couple seconds extra rest. 6.9 for the Hoosiers. Moore McNeil picks it up in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline. Top of the key. 17-foot jumper short with the left hand. Rebound. Shot is up and good by Bargesser from 15.
Some good minutes from her. Like you said, she's kind of had to fill some gaps, and she's had 2 big shots for them. Kind of keeping Indiana in the game right now.
Bargesser with 4. That 17-foot jumper straight away by Moore McNeil was short, and the ball kind of caromed right to Bargesser on the left wing, and she was able to, uncontested, knock down a 15-foot jumper that bounced on the iron 2 times and dropped in. We have played 1. It has been back and forth as you would expect. Indiana 23, Iowa 21. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corngrowsiowa.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network? It's free for 30 days. Want to test drive U.S. Cellular even faster? Just get a race car driver to be your personal chauffeur.
Just let me buckle my... Whoa! Hey, my calls and data work great out here.
Test drive U.S. Cellular free for 30 days. Named the leader in 5G coverage in Iowa.
You can pull over now. Please?
U.S. Cellular. Built for us. Terms apply. Awards based on open signal independent data. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Just scan that QR code for your chance to win.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall on the campus of Indiana University. We have played one, Indiana 23, Iowa 22. Rob Brooks and Tiffany Reedy, thanks so much for joining us tonight along the Hawkeye Radio Network. Our flagship stations, WMT in Cedar Rapids, WHO in Des Moines. Of course, the Iowa Hawkeyes YouTube page has been a very popular place for us as well. The Varsity app and Sirius XM Radio. Hawk fans, you can drive your team to a win this season by filling up with unleaded 88 with quick rewards at any Quick Star location. Fuel up with 8 gallons or more of unleaded 88 and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win great prize packs through the season. Quick Star, proud partner of Hawkeye women's basketball. Also, if you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Clark with 14, Martin with 4, Hannah Stalkey with 3, Sydney Falter with 2, Sarah Scalia with 8, Mackenzie Holmes with 8 to lead the Hoosiers. Coming off a loss at Illinois, 86-66. But a very good basketball team. And Hoosiers have the basketball. Here's Mackenzie Holmes at the top of the key. Looks and then throws it away as she tried to get it to Scalia, who was only about 4 feet away. And just to kind of get rid of it quick. Molly Davis was there defensively.
Yeah, good defense by the Hawkeyes. I think those little things are going to make a huge difference in the game at this point, as it's neck and neck, and no team's playing really fabulous right now, so getting those steals and taps are going to be the big thing.
Hawks by 1. Molly Davis hands it off to Martin. Now inside Stalkey. Dribbles underneath the basket to the left block. Now to Marshall. 7 to shoot. Gets it to Clark. She drives, paint, behind the back pass is picked off by Moore McNeil. Tried to get it to Stalkey underneath. Moore McNeil gives it to Garzone for 3, left wing. Got it. Garzone's first basket. 48% three-point shooter. Martin tries to answer with a three-pointer left wing. No. Holmes the rebound. Indiana by 4 with the basketball. Here's Bargesser. Dribbles into the corner. Now brings it back out on top. Here's Scalia on the right wing. Drives down. Forces a shot up against Davis. No. Gets her own rebound. Bodies her way in. Still can't score. Stalkey the board.
Stalkey to the rescue on that one.
Clark into the front court. Now Marshall, free throw line extended left. Gives it to Martin. Couple of feet outside the paint. Now Davis. Gets a right-handed pass to Martin. Now Clark. 13 to shoot. Caitlin on the left wing. Drives down the block. Contact, no. And Garzone, the blocking foul as she came over to help.
It's getting a little intense in here. I think the crowd, everything is heightened emotions. But I do think that Caitlin, the more she can drive, again, I'm going to say it again, it's a term I just learned today, drive that rail, she's going to get herself to the free throw line.
Clark to the line to shoot 2.
So Clark will shoot 2. Caitlin already with 14. Has been perfect at the line, 4 for 4. Clark's first, rimming, and falls off the left side. She'll try to cut the Indiana lead to 3. Early second quarter. This one also no good. Moore McNeil the rebound. Left-handed dribble across the timeline in between the circles. Gabby Marshall comes out on her. Hoosiers not in a hurry. Set a screen for Scalia. Comes off the right side. Now Holmes, another screen. And now receives the pass. Spins, paint, layup, good. Holmes with 10. It's 28-22, Indiana. Iowa with Clark. Three-pointer left wing. Drops it down. A fadeaway three off Moore McNeil.
In an environment like this where it feels like the entire stadium is against Caitlin, which we don't normally see, that's going to continue to fuel her fire. She's going to step up and make those big shots.
Moore McNeil makes a move outside the paint, didn't score. There's Bargesser with the rebound. Put back is good. She has 6.
The Hawks have got to get bodies on the Hoosiers. They're getting out rebounded now, 15-11, and
Clark at the elbow. Drugger pivot foot is called for traveling. Indiana basketball. Hoosiers by 5, 30-25, 7:21 left to go, second quarter. Terry Morin, head coach for the Hoosiers, calls out the play she wants. Moore McNeil, the point guard, across the timeline. Indiana by 5, angles left side. And tries to use a home screen, and then almost a steal by Marshall, and then Moore McNeil going after the ball, kind of threw an elbow right into the jaw of Marshall and commits the offensive foul, her second.
Yeah, I do believe that was not intentional, but it was still a contact made and probably the right call by the referee.
Here's Clark, gets the ball, races into the front court, and now we'll pull it back to set things up. Iowa down 5, 30-25. Now Clark slips a pass into Stalkey, goes up on the baseline, and it's swatted away by Holmes off the shoulder of Hannah Stalkey. Indiana basketball.
You know, I think the Hawks have got to let some things go right now, kind of shake it off, get back into their game. They don't want to play to Indiana's level. I don't know. It's that they've got to kind of take control of their own game at this point.
Indiana with the basketball. Garzone on the left wing. Gets a home screen, pulls up from 16, and does not get the roll. Bounced off the iron a couple of times into the hands of Caitlin Clark, who brings it into the front court, drives down the left side, and a bumping foul will be called on Bargesser. He just kind of rode her down the left side of the lane. Just kind of continually bumping Clark, and that's her second. Hawkeyes will have possession with 6:31 left to go, second quarter, 30-25. Clark will throw it in, bounce pass to Stalkey on the left wing. Caitlin gets it back outside the arc left wing. Bargesser on her. Head and shoulders fake, and then brings it to the top of the key. Here's Marshall. She drives 14 feet away, stops, now gives it off to Martin, who drives in, kicks it back out to Gabby Marshall, lobs a pass into Stalkey, one dribble, and is called for traveling. Good ball movement by the Hawkeyes, just could not get an open shot.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Mackenzie Holmes is playing some pretty solid post defense, has had a block, caused a travel. Again, got to kind of shake it off and keep attacking.
Here's Scalia on the right wing. Brings it between the circles. Now Holmes steps out, free throw line extended right. Now dribbles into the paint, forces a shot up from 10, no. And weak side rebound after it bounced a couple of times into the hands of Gabby Marshall. Still 30-25 in favor of Indiana. Both teams have had a tough time scoring in this quarter. It was 23-21 Indiana after one. Here's Martin on the left wing. Garzone on her behind the arc. Kate takes a dribble, bounce pass to Molly Davis, will fire a three-pointer left wing, no. Nice box out by Holmes and the rebound. Gets it to Bargesser. She's a point guard. Now she's at the elbow, hesitates, drives down toward the baseline, and then pulls it back out. Martin on her. 5:10 left to go. Still Hoosiers by 5. Holmes on the left wing. Turns, cross-court pass to LaMendola for 3. No good. Rebound in the paint taken by Clark. She crosses the timeline. Drives all the way down the right side. Bounce pass, Stalkey. Layup, good.
That needs to keep happening. That straight drive down the lane and the little tiny dish. I mean, Hannah Stalkey was maybe a foot or two away from her.
Almost a steal by Molly Davis out near the timeline. She did knock it out of bounds. It will be Indiana basketball along the side when we come back. 4:50 left to go in the second quarter. Indiana 30, Iowa 27. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Ground beef is only $2.99 a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And $2.99 a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for ground beef every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall. 4:50 left to go until halftime. Indiana 30, Iowa 27. Indiana has not scored the last 2:42. Congratulations to Lopez Pizza, our United Healthcare Small Business Spotlight winner in Davenport. Certainly known for their exceptional pizza, made with top-grade ingredients and fresh dough and sauce daily. Lopez Pizza is a community favorite. Their dedication to quality and collaboration with local business showcases the best of Iowa. Visit one of their 2 Davenport locations today. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Hawk fans, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows you're here for every fadeaway, every alley-oop, every buzzer beater, and Wellmark is here for every moment too, with trusted health coverage committed to making healthcare better. Learn more at wellmark.com/hoops. It'll be Indiana basketball along the sideline, about 5 feet from midcourt. And the Hoosiers get it in. Here's Garzone, free throw line extended left, being defended by Clark. And now here's a step back long 2 left wing. Off the dribble by Scalia. She has 10. Had 10 at Illinois, but has been red hot previous to that. And a whistle as a pushing violation is going to be called. That'll go against Chloe Moore McNeil. That's already the team's 4th. It was on the screen before Clark came off the Hannah Stalkey screen at the top of the key to shoot the 3. That'll be Moore McNeil's third foul.
That was an important foul here.
So it will be Iowa basketball along the sideline. Davis, a falter. Clark will fire from 16 off the inbounds play. No, missed it from the elbow. Fight for the rebound won by Bargesser of Indiana. Lob pass inside. Parrish finds a wide open Mackenzie Holmes. She has 12.
Yeah, I think Stolke just lost tabs on her, and she had a wide open layup in the paint.
34-27 Indiana. Under 4. Here's Stolke at the free throw line. Spins, now kicks it back out to Marshall. Here's a falter, drives paint all the way to the rim, split 2 defenders, and has the ball knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Indiana. Hawks will have it along the baseline with 3:51 left to go. This is kind of an important part of the game, I think, for the Hawkeyes.
I agree. We've got to get some other scorers, other people stepping up to score and get some offensive production going here.
Hawks have not been able to hit other than Clark from 3. Stalkey along the baseline. Gets it to Caitlin Clark, free throw line extended left. Fakes a three. Drives toward the baseline. Tries to turn the corner. Flips a pass to Stolke as the shot clock expired. Hawks weren't quite aware that they were under 5.
Yeah, you hate to see that wasted possession. As you mentioned, 3:35 left in the half. The Hawks have got to buckle down and get some stops here.
Holmes in between the circles. Garzone, left wing, out behind the arc. Bargesser comes off a screen, won't shoot the three, but Scalia fakes the three on the right wing and then puts the ball on the floor. There's a step back three against Davis, and the shot does not go, and Molly Davis fouls the three-point shooter in Sarah Scalia.
Right now, the Hawks, very wisely, are going over the top of those screens. And what happened there with Molly Davis is she kind of locked over Mackenzie Holmes and just sort of slapped Scalia's arms. Again, it was one of those, it's kind of accidental.
But you don't want to foul a three-point shooter.
No.
Scalia, she's got that step-back three.
She does.
Like Caitlin Clark, and knocks down the first free throw.
And again, has been absolutely in the zone the last 5 games. She averages 15 on the year. In the last 5, she's averaged 20 points.
Makes the second. Already has 12. And she has got the green light for sure. Makes all 3, has 13. And Indiana's big lead at 10, 37-27. Clark across the timeline. Martin on the right wing. Now Clark in between the circles. Scalia on her as she brings it left side. Drives toward the baseline. Step back. Long range two is waved off even though it went in. And a push is going to be called on Sydney Parrish.
I will say one thing, Rob, and I think you probably agree. I have not called a game yet this year where the tensions haven't felt so high and just the energy.
Well, Indiana loves their basketball, as
Correct.
you well know.
Anytime you start off a game with signs being held up that's claiming they have better corn than we do, you know it's going to be a battle.
Clark makes the first. Of course, Bob Knight won 3 national championships here. Second one no good. Clark's now missed 3 free throws.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of her.
And Indiana has 5 men's titles to their credit. And the Indiana women's program has been at a high level for many years. Won the WNIT back in 2018. Here's Garzone for 3, right wing, no good off the right side of the rim. Long rebound to Parrish, gives it to Garzone, racing toward the basket, digs it up, shot good, foul underneath on Iowa. Just Indiana's been quicker to the ball.
100%, and the difference here too is rebounding. Right now they are out rebounding Iowa 22-15. with a lot of those being offensive rebounds that have resulted in very important second chance shots.
And the Hawkeyes, of course, have been a really good rebounding team this year. They've been +9 in that category. And Lisa Bluter takes a 30-second timeout with 2:29 left to go in the second. It's now 39-28 Indiana.
I think another key point to this game is Iowa shooting 18% behind the three-point line. IU 33%. I mean, that's a huge point increase as well.
And Indiana shoots threes at 41% on the season. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this season, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Hawkeye foul was on Sydney Falter. Shot went in. Free throw no good by Garzone. Both teams are struggling a little bit at the line.
Iowa has not scored a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes.
Down 11. Clark in between the circles, just holding the ball. Scalia on her. Angles right side. Now here comes Kate Martin off a screen. Kicks it to a Falter, left to the top of the key. Now here's Clark coming off a screen for three. Swish from the top of the key.
Very important three-pointer there. The Hawks needed that to say the least.
And pull to within 8 at 39-31. We're under 2. Second quarter action from Assembly Hall. Here's Indiana, Garzone. Backing her way in, now pulls from 17, scrapes the front of the iron. Here's Taylor McCabe into the game. Coach Bluter's been wanting to get Taylor more action.
Yeah, she could be our player that gets some additional offensive output.
Clark for three. Little step back three left wing, no good. It was short and went out of bounds. Indiana basketball. Just never got her feet underneath her that time.
Yeah.
Clark with 21 of Iowa's 31 points. 39-31 Indiana with the lead in the basketball. Bargesser in between the circles. Hands it off to Scalia. Garzone on the left wing. Everything outside the arc for Indiana on this possession. With 11 to shoot. Scalia comes off a screen, right wing, a Falter on her. Uses a home screen again, now pulls from 17, rimming, got it to go. Just kind of pushed that one up and scored.
Yeah, Mackenzie Holmes is setting those screens. Iowa's trying to go over top. It's not working out so well.
But Iowa does a little high-low action with Clark at the free throw line and rifles a pass down underneath to Kate Martin, who scores off the window. She has 6, 41-33, 35 seconds left to go. Garzone for three, right at the top of the key, good. Boy, you can't leave her open.
No, not at all. Again, the communication on the screens right now is tricky. I'm sure at halftime, Coach Bluter's going to pause and reanalyze how they are approaching the screens because they're struggling.
44-33. Hawks will hold it for the final shot. Indiana with the advantage. Clark with the basketball out near the timeline. Up by the Assembly Hall logo. We're at 6 seconds. Here comes Stalky, fakes a screen, step back three straight away. Clark rimming, no good. Ball tapped out of bounds, and that'll do it. At the half, Indiana 44, Iowa 33. It'll be a big 20 minutes of basketball for the Hawkeyes, but still within striking distance. Down 44-33. Oaknall's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oaknall.com to learn more. Also, Hawk fans, you can experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all suites hotels. The Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Bud Light halftime show coming up next from Assembly Hall in Bloomington. Hoosiers 44, Hawkeyes 33. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, it's your friend, social media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Brought to you by Authentic Brand, the premium label of choice. Hy-Vee, score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. And by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. This is the Bud Light Halftime Show. Now back to courtside.
For the Hoosiers, the last game at Illinois, it was the second quarter that kind of did Indiana in. Illinois outscored Indiana in that contest Monday night 26-11 in route to a 86-66 win. And you can kind of reverse that tonight. A really good second quarter for Indiana, as the Hoosiers only had a 2-point lead after one, but here at the half lead at 44-33 over the Hawkeyes. This is the Bud Light Halftime Show, of course, brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. It's also now time for our halftime stat report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. And the one thing that sticks out, Tiffany, is Caitlin Clark has 20. The rest of the Hawkeyes have 13.
Exactly. The production has been low from other players tonight. Obviously, Caitlin leads with 20, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Next up is Kate Martin with 6 points, couple rebounds. Sydney Falter with 2 points, and Hannah Stolke with 2 points and 3 rebounds. That is it for the Hawkeye scoring. As a team, they're shooting 41% from the field and just 21% behind the three-point line. They've got 17 rebounds. For Indiana, you're going to see a much more balanced scoring squad here. They're led right now by Sarah Scalia with 15 points. Mackenzie Holmes, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Garzone with 8 points. Bargesser coming off the bench with 6 points, and Sydney Parrish with 1 point, Lemondola with 2. So you're definitely seeing a more balanced scoring squad and definitely shooting better from the field. 48% and 40% behind the three-point line. They are out rebounding the Hawkeyes 22-17 as well, with 7 offensive rebounds. Rebounding, three-point shots, it to me is the key to the game. Got to figure something out here in the second half, and of course have to figure out how to maintain their composure in this very hostile, high-tension environment.
Yep, loose balls have gone Indiana's way. Just need to get more aggressive, and the Hawkeyes are certainly capable to get themselves right back into this game, down 44-33. That's our halftime Hy-Vee stats recap, as you can also join the Iowa Lottery VIP Club and enter to win tickets to see sold-out Iowa women's basketball. Just a couple more opportunities with the Countdown to Carver promotion. Play Hawkeye Gold Scratch tickets today. Hawkeyes down to Indiana 44-33. Back with more on the Bud Light Halftime Show after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Watch the exciting Iowa women's basketball team play in the Big Ten tournament. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited has just a few rooms available at the Marquette Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. The hotel is located just a few blocks and within an easy walk to the Target Center. This package is 2-night hotel only on March 8th and 9th with an option to purchase additional nights. Go to duagency.com to book this official Hawkeye women's basketball package. Click on vacations and group travel. Don't miss Hawkeye women's basketball in the Big Ten tournament. duagency.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Caitlin Clark with 20. Lead all scorers, but Iowa trails Indiana 44-33. Scalia with 15 and Mackenzie Holmes with 12. Good inside-outside combination by the Hoosiers as Hawkeyes will have to hit the comeback trail in the third and fourth quarters. Welcome back to the Bud Light Halftime Show. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard. One final already in the Big Ten, and Ohio State wins again at Penn State 82-69. At the half, North Carolina leads number 6 NC State 42-35. Auburn is at number 13 LSU a little bit later on tonight. That's a 9 o'clock tip. Out on the West Coast, San Francisco is at number 16 Gonzaga, and number 18 Utah is at number 12 UCLA. Finals gave you Ohio State number 2 in the country over Penn State 82-69. Louisville has defeated Georgia Tech 80-62. Number 1 South Carolina rolls again over Alabama 72-44. And Duke has upset number 17 Syracuse 58-45. Number 19 Notre Dame 74, Clemson 47. That is a look at the top 25, brought to you by U.S. Bank. Hawkeyes back out on the court, trailing 44-33 to Indiana. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ground beef is only $2.99 a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And $2.99 a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for ground beef every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Hi, it's your friend, social media. You know where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Hawkeyes, some work to do. 44-33. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments. From state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more, the Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. Of course, we love to hear from our listeners all over the country and all over the world. And a buddy of mine, Matt Patton, is flying back from L.A. back into Cedar Rapids Airport, flying somewhere over Nebraska and tuning in tonight from 35,000 feet.
Hey, whatever it takes, right?
We don't get that text every game.
You know, Rob, I was in L.A. last week, and I made my way and found an Iowa restaurant and was able to watch the game.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Back with third quarter action after the break. Indiana 44, Iowa 33. This is Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Hey, Hawkeyes, while you're hard at work in class or on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, and the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Garage, indoor pool, and more. Visit melrosemeadows.com for more information.
Sarah Scalia drives down the right side of the lane, goes up with a right-handed layup, and is pushed by Gabby Marshall. Shot goes down and a chance for three. Scalia with 17, and Marshall picks up her first. Started the third quarter a little quicker than we thought, and Scalia completes the three-point play. Clark has missed a three. Davis had a drive-in shot blocked. Moore McNeil also missed a jumper, and Caitlin Clark missed a left-handed layup as the ball was tapped around underneath. Boy, got to take advantage of every opportunity now. 47-33. Moore McNeil drives down the left side of the lane, has her shot blocked and knocked into the hands of Davis. Here's Clark on the right wing, dribbles behind her back, fires a pass inside to Stolke, and it's picked off by Garzone. Into the front court, Indiana. Bounce pass inside. Holmes scores. Scalia the assist.
Definitely a rough start here to the third quarter for the Hawkeyes. Coach Bluter's calling the timeout.
So Indiana with a fast start. Now go up 49-33. 8:07 left to go in the third, and the Hawkeyes have not put a point on the board since halftime.
Yeah, just turnovers, missed layups, all the things that you don't want to do is essentially what they came out of half doing. Mentally here is, I think, our biggest struggle is where they are going to have to dig down and really kind of turn it on and change their mindset at this point of the game.
(44-33) at the half, as Indiana starts fast with a 5-0 run and a good timeout by Coach Bluter just to calm down the Hawks and see if they can start to put the ball in. Obviously the three-pointer hasn't been going down for Iowa. It's been well contested defensively by Indiana, and you know, with Mackenzie Holmes underneath at 6'3", long arms, really good shot blocker. You know, the likes of Davis and Marshall trying to get free underneath has been difficult.
Very challenging. You know, she has caused been a presence down low and disrupted our game. She's really taken Stolke out of her game. Stolke sitting at just 5 points. Yeah, you know, their defense has really stagnated Iowa. It's been hard to get anything going. And again, other people need to step up, and we need to get more scoring production from other members of the team.
Working together is how you win. That's why Mid-American Energy's roster of wind, solar, and other energy sources works together to keep your service safe and reliable 24/7. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. Initially a 30-second timeout, now an extended one. Stolke, Martin, Clark, Marshall, and Davis still on the court for the Hawkeyes, the starting five. Scalia now with 18, averaging 15.3. Holmes at 14, the two players for Indiana in double figures. Iowa basketball. Marshall, free throw line extended right. Now to Davis in between the circles, drives paint, floater from 10 short. She was a little bit surprised she was that wide open and shot it quickly. Moore McNeil, the rebound, racing into the front court. Here's Parrish. Now Moore McNeil, Scalia three in the corner off the right side of the iron. Nice box out and rebound by Kate Martin. Kate brings it herself across the timeline. Now gives to Gabby Marshall. Now Davis. Clark working hard without the ball to try to get open. Now Martin drives paint, stops about 10 feet away, looks, has to kick it back out to Marshall. That's just good defense, 8 to shoot. Now inside Stolke, goes to work against Holmes has it blocked away again into the hands of Garzone. Bounce pass down court to Holmes. Couldn't handle it. She hit the deck and dug up by Hannah Stalkey. Almost picked off by Scalia. Hawks racing into the front court. 3. Clark rimming no. Weak side rebound by Davis. And just lost her footing. Called for traveling. Got rid of the ball before she went down, but
yeah,
I'm going to say that left pivot foot moved. And it will be Indiana basketball, 49-33. Hawks have not been in this position. Even in their losses, they've really not been down by double digits. Here's Garzone, pulls up outside the paint from 15. No, Hawks have opportunities here as Indiana's gone cold. Here's Clark racing into the front court. Paint kicks it back out. Martin for 3. That's short. Kate just has not been able to find it from deep tonight. Here's more McNeil into the front court for Indiana. Gets into the paint, backs down Marshall. Got it. That's her first basket. 51-33. Three-pointer, Davis right wing, rolls this one in. Knocked it down right in front of the Iowa bench.
Hopefully that allows the Hawkeyes to take a little sigh and gather themselves on defense, get a stop. They got to start chipping away here.
First points of the third quarter with 6:05 left to go. Garzone, spot up, 10-footer outside the paint. Right wing is good. She's into double figures with 10. Marshall in the front court, hands it to Kate Martin. Here's Clark. In between the circles, hesitates, drives, kicks it inside. Martin goes up strong with a layup along the baseline.
I think Caitlin Clark had 3 players on her when she dished that off.
Well, somebody's open.
Yep.
Inside Holmes against Addie O'Grady, goes to the left hand, hook shot, no. Martin the board, 53-38. Clark across the timeline, racing down the left side of the lane. Easy left-handed layup off the window. Clark with 22. There's the run the Hawkeyes are looking for to pull within 13. 53-40, 5:15 left to go. And here's a steal by Kate Martin. Racing into the front court. Angle, shot, no, and a blocking foul will be called on Scalia.
I like that Kate Martin is going to go in, drive hard. You know, she's struggled offensively tonight, but that's what you got to do. You got to keep attacking, keep getting yourself to the free throw line, do whatever it takes, and she's definitely one of those players.
Holmes comes out, Meister in. She's the backup post player, 6'3" sophomore. Kate Martin at the free throw line for the Hawkeyes. Will shoot a pair after getting that big steal and knocks down the first one. A lot of rim for Kate, who's a very good free throw shooter. Has 9 points. Second one in the air, got it. That one all net. Kate now with 10. 4 points in the quarter. It's 53-42. We approach the midway point, third quarter. Here's Bargesser, left wing. Outside the arc now, Garzone. Drives paint, finds an angle, gets all the way to the rim. Shot too strong off the window, but Meister gets the rebound along the baseline as O'Grady had to go help. Now, a three-pointer, right wing, Parrish, good. Open 3 for Sydney Parrish. Here's Clark, top of the key, racing toward the basket. Bounce past Martin, lost control of it, went up, had it blocked, into the hands of Bargesser. Across the timeline, 56-42 Indiana. Bargesser, cross-court pass, Parrish eyes a 3 again, got it.
Gotta get a hand up in her face. We're letting her shoot the wide open threes, and she is stepping up.
Just like that, Indiana goes back up 59-42. Back-to-back three-pointers by Parrish. Here's Clark. Feeds it right side. McCabe for 3. No good. Short off the right side of the rim. Missed that one from the right wing in front of the Hawkeye bench. Indiana with the rebound. Scalia corrals a lob pass on the left wing. Now one-hand cross-court pass, and it's Parrish again. This one off the right side of the rim. That was close to a logo 3 herself. 59-42 Indiana. Hoosiers 6-0 run the last 45 seconds. Here's O'Grady, gets free as she drives in. Nice lob pass from a Falter and lays it up and in. Addie O'Grady, her first point.
Looked like there could have almost been some contact.
Scalia for 3, left wing, no. Rebound of Falter. to Clark. Down court pass, Martin. Pump fake, goes up strong, finishes the layup off the window, and one opportunity.
Big power shot by Kate Martin. Late call, we'll take it.
On the road, you take it any way you can get it. And Indiana will call timeout with 3:21 left to go in the third quarter. Hawks have pulled back to within 13. Indiana 59, Iowa 46. Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. We'll take a break from Assembly Hall. Hawkeyes down 13 with 3:21 left to go in the third. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships. Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard? With 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources. Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawks trying to climb back into the ballgame as they have hit 5 of their last 7 from the floor as Kate Martin finished a layup underneath and will shoot a free throw when play resumes. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. So Kate Martin at the line. It is up and right through. 13 for Kate, had 6 at the half. Martin for Martin. McCabe stays in. Clark, a falter, and O'Grady. Indiana with the basketball right to left in front of us. Garzone on the left wing, out behind the arc. Dribbles around, now pulls it to the top of the key. And picks the ball up and travels. Nice job by Taylor McCabe there to bother her.
For sure, and the Hawks appear to have switched it up to a 2-3 zone. That may be what we're looking for to kind of stop those outside shooters. We don't see a lot of zone out of the Hawkeyes, so we'll see how this plays out.
But they have played it well this season. 59-47. Iowa down, but with the basketball. Here's a falter. Marshall in the paint. Bounce pass to a falter. Now to Addie O'Grady as she finishes with a left-handed layup off the left block. That pass across the lane.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Again, they just got to keep getting it inside. Somebody's going to be open. That case was Addie, and she is stepping up so far tonight.
Hawks pull to within 10 with 2:33 left to go, third quarter. Make this a single-digit game heading to the fourth. Garzone in the corner. Hawks are in that 2-3 zone. Here's Moore McNeil, drives paint, pull-up jumper, no good. Addie O'Grady with really good defense and the rebound to Clark. Caitlin across the timeline. Gets an O'Grady screen. Now paint, drops it off for Addie and missed it. Got too far underneath the hoop. Just floated too much toward the baseline. Indiana down court quickly. Cross court pass, Moore McNeil. fakes a three. And on the fake, a blocking foul will be called against Gabby Marshall.
Yeah, she got faked out literally and got the call.
Molly Davis for McCabe. Indiana basketball. Gabby with 2 personals. Hawks stay in that 2-3 zone. Hannah Stalkey in, next dead ball, 59-49. Under 2, third quarter. 6 to shoot. Scalia loses control of the ball out behind the arc. Desperation 3, left wing, no. Off the back of the bracket into the hands of Caitlin Clark. Big possession here. Clark racing down the lane, hands it off. O'Grady scores with the right hand on the left side. Whip that pass right to Addie O'Grady down on the left block.
Great hands by Addie O'Grady. Playing with some poise right now. Playing with some big-time poise.
She has played well in her minutes the last 2 weeks. Hawks pull to within 8. Here's LaMendola, hands it off to Moore McNeil. They play catch. Moore McNeil for 3 straight away and banks it in. It's on the right wing. Clark only with 2 points here in the quarter. Others have stepped up. Here's O'Grady outside the paint left wing. Now Gabby Marshall for 3 left side. Drills it. Gabby Marshall's first hoop.
Gabby needed that. The Hawks needed that. Now we got to buckle down here. Do not want them to score on this possession.
62-54 Indiana. Lead in the basketball. 35 seconds left to go. Third quarter action. Moore McNeil tries to get a pass inside, and it was wild. Uncatchable for Holmes, but knocked away by O'Grady as Stalkey comes in for Addie O'Grady. Good minutes.
Great minutes. Coach Bluter said that in her pregame comments. Addie O'Grady is a good match for Indiana, and she has proven that.
And the problem was she got 2 early fouls in the first quarter. Indiana basketball. 10 to shoot, 24 on the game clock. Here's Garzone. Dribbles toward the baseline. Wild 6-foot jumper. Scraped the left side of the rim, and the rebound taken down by Molly Davis. Hawks can hold for 1. Here's Clark. Tries to dribble through a double team, and a reach will be called on Scalia. That's only the 3rd team foul for Indiana in the quarter, so ball possession with 5.1 left to go.
Let's see what baseline or sideline out of bounds play they run here.
A falter gets it to Clark and has it slapped away from Bargesser. Bargesser across the timeline, half-court shot, no good off the window. Not sure Clark knew what was supposed to happen on there. She kind of held the ball softly, and Bargesser did the right thing and just slapped it away from her.
Yeah, got a little lackadaisical, but you're right. Maybe wasn't quite sure what the sideline out of bounds play was.
But there's only 5 seconds. You have to
just
turn
gotta go with it.
Try to get something up, but Hawkeyes get away with it. They don't score, but nor does Indiana. Good quarter on the back half of it for the Hawkeyes. They have pulled to within single digits. We'll head to the 4th. Indiana 62, Iowa 54. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything.
It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawkeyes back in it after being down at the half, 44-33, and Indiana scored the first 5 points of the third quarter. The Hawks got down to business, and we've got a basketball game. Indiana 62, Iowa 54. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men and women in the United States, and you need expert care from specialists who know your heart condition inside and out. The UI Heart and Vascular Center has advanced trained cardiologists that use state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. Make an appointment today at uihc.org/HVC. Hoosiers will start the quarter with the basketball. That 2-3 zone was effective.
It was, and we'll see if they still come out, and it's hard to tell right now.
Starting five for the Hawkeyes: Martin, Marshall, Stalkey, Davis, and Clark. Here's Garzone, elbow, 15-footer, got it to go. She's 6'3" and can shoot it.
For sure, and she is deadly from that mid-range, which is exactly the weakness in a 2-3 zone.
Here's Marshall, free throw line extended. On the right wing, now Clark in that same area, racing toward the basket, and she beat everybody to the rim and scores. Clark with 24. Hawkeyes pull to within 8 once again. 64-56, 9:20 left to go in the fourth. Hawks stay in that 2-3 zone. Here's Garzone, penetrates the middle, drops it off for Mackenzie Holmes, who lays it up and in. Here's Marshall, left wing. Runs the baseline and brings it to the right side against Parrish. Now to Clark, in between the circles. Deep three, rolls around and does everything except drop. Moore McNeil the rebound. Brings it into the front court on the left side. Hands it to Garzone in between the circles. Left side, Bargesser. One-hand pass to Parrish, who was big in the third quarter. Now Garzone, three-pointer, left wing, swish.
She is absolutely in the zone tonight. We are having a very difficult time stopping her. You said her length is one thing, and then obviously she's a solid shooter.
And a quick release, can shoot it or put it on the floor. She has 15. 69-56. Martin at the free throw line. Drives right side. Tried to kick a pass opposite side, and it is knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Garzone, who batted the ball up in the air. As Kate was on the right wing, tried to get it to Molly Davis to set up a three-pointer left side. Hawkeye basketball. Clark will throw it in along the baseline, looks in the paint, and now bounce pass to Martin on the baseline. Kate drives, contact, has it blocked by Holmes, into the hands of Scalia. Ahead to McNeil, now to Garzone, three-pointer left wing, no. This one just hit the left side of the iron and goes straight out of bounds. Hawkeye basketball down 69-56.
We're not in urgency mode, but we do got to start maximizing our offensive output and getting the stops on defense.
Holmes with 8 rebounds and numerous blocks to go along with her 16 points. Davis in between the circles for the Hawkeyes. Marshall fakes a three right at the top of the key. Now gets it to O'Grady outside the paint. Left side, Molly Davis wide open three, no good. And Holmes knocked the ball to Garzone, who rebounds it and brings it into the front court. 69-56, Indiana with the lead in the basketball. Lob pass inside, Holmes over the top of O'Grady. Layup good. Garzone from the left wing to the left block. Clark gets into the paint. Drops it off for O'Grady, goes up and couldn't score. There was some traffic there, but an open lane for Andy O'Grady.
Yeah, we got to get those in the hoop.
Anna Stolke back in. Next dead ball, 71-56. Indiana lead in the basketball. Now just working the ball around the outer arc. 9 to shoot. Pass inside. Garzone left wide open along the baseline, but a whistle before the shot. And that will be 3 on O'Grady. Sydney Falter for Davis. Ball possession for Indiana. Moore McNeil will trigger it in. Left to the hoop. And a whistle before it could get it in. And a foul will be called on Indiana on an illegal screen. Sydney Parrish will pick up the foul. That is her third. Iowa basketball down 71-56. Hawks need to make a move. 6:38 left to go. Here's Clark on the right wing. Step back three, rolls around, no good. Rebound Parrish. She's tied up underneath with Sydney Falter. And the possession arrow will stay with the Hawkeyes.
Good hustle play by Sydney Falter. Good muscle play by Sydney Falter,
Yeah,
I guess.
she's not going to back down from anything.
No.
So 20 on the shot clock. Clark looks inside, and a whistle before Iowa could get the ball in. And Stolke with a foul. That's her first, team's second. So 2 fouls at both ends before either team could get it in. 71-56, it remains. Indiana with the basketball and the lead. Moore McNeil gets it to Parrish on the right wing. Now Scalia left to the top of the key. Parrish left wing, now drives paint, fakes a shot, goes up and scores, but is going to be called for a travel, and that's the right call. She shuffled her feet before she went up.
And I like this. You know, the Hawks are still in the 2-3, but they may be, you know, Sydney Falter had Garzone there. That's a good matchup. Looks like the ref is discussing something. I'm not quite sure what.
Yeah, he's at the scorer's table. It's Iowa basketball after the travel call. Hawkeyes with 2 conference losses, Indiana with 3. So right now this is a battle for second place. 2 teams split a season ago. Iowa won the game in Iowa City last month. Official still at the scorer's table. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Now, officials having a conversation with Terry Morin, the head coach of Indiana. So it will be Iowa basketball. 6:06 left to go. 71-56 Indiana. Hawks have been hanging around.
Yeah, but not quite able to turn the corner. And it is getting the point in the game where they've got to start turning the corner if they want to be able to win it.
8-point game at the end of 3. Indiana, good start on a 7-0 run. The last 3:06. Hawkeyes 0 for their last 5, trying to change that right here. A Falter. Cross-court pass, Marshall fakes a 3, drives to the free throw line. Now backs up as Holmes comes out on her. Mismatch underneath. They do get it to Stolke. She gets it in deep and lays it up off the window.
Here's where the Hawks have got to get a defensive stop.
71-58. Indiana kind of slowing that pace a little bit. Working the ball around the arc. But still plenty of time for the Hawkeyes, but you're right, need stops, and now a whistle underneath and an offensive foul.
Here we go.
on Mackenzie Holmes. That's just 2 on Holmes. Hawkeye basketball, 71-58. Holmes is 8 of 13 from the floor for 18 points. Clark has 24 on 8 of 20 from the field. Also has 10 rebounds and 7 assists. So another double-double.
Yeah, for sure.
And on triple-double watch for sure. But more importantly, Hawkeyes need to cut into that Indiana deficit. And the Hoosiers take time out with 5:26 left to go in the fourth. Indiana 71, Iowa 58. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City. That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost. So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Hawks need to dig in the last 5:26, down 71-58. And don't forget to join us for Hawk Talk with Coach Bluter, presented by Oak Knoll at the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. Hawk Talk with Coach Bluter every week from 6 until 7. We'll be there this Monday. Only 2 shows left. So the next 2 Mondays, come on out and join the fun at Oak Knoll. Hopefully, presented by Oak Knoll, as we will be at the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. I'll be hopefully talking about a big Hawkeye comeback tonight. Hawks and the Fighting Illini at noon on Sunday from Carver Hawkeye. Iowa basketball, 71-58, favor of the Hoosiers. A falter, Martin play catch. Clark comes off a screen, tees up a three-pointer, a little bit strong straight away. Fight for the rebound, dug up by Parrish of Indiana. Caitlin now 3 of 14 from 3.
Yeah, just no one on the Hawkeye roster has been able to really hit a three-pointer tonight.
And in the passing lane, Sydney Falter knocks the ball away on the left wing, and it went off the right hand of Yarden Garzone and out of bounds. Iowa basketball. We're under 5, still 71-58. Clark gets into the paint. Runner, no. Foul on the rebound. This will go against Indiana's Parrish. That'll be 4 on the 6'2 senior. Ball possession for the Hawkeyes, down 71-58. Clark lobs it out to a Falter, right wing. Now back to Caitlin. Gets into the paint. Bounce pass Stalky. Up strong. Blocked by Holmes. This time, a foul on Mackenzie Holmes, her third. Hawkeyes just one of their last 8, but Indiana has given Iowa opportunities with 4 turnovers in the last 2:37. And Indiana hasn't scored in that period. Free throw, Stalky, no good. Hawkeyes not been great at the line, but that one goes. Hannah with 8. 71-59. Hawkeyes down 12, 4:35 left to go. Lob pass inside. Holmes, right-handed layup, good off the window. Nice lob pass from the left wing.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes switched back to that man-to-man. Hannah fronted. McKenzie got an easy layup.
And then Kate Martin races down the left side of the lane, goes up strong in the paint, and finishes off the window. Garzone, her third. Martin to complete the three-point play, hopefully. 73-61, but can't trade baskets.
Exactly. Not with 4 minutes left in the game.
Kate's free throw, perfect. Really good second half by Kate Martin. She has 16, had 6 at intermission.
Definitely responded and is stepping up here.
73-62. Hoosiers on top with a basketball. Garzone, left wing. Now Scalia, been relatively quiet the second half. Lob pass into Holmes on the left block and a push from behind on Hannah Stalkey, her second.
At this point, it feels like we're just trading fouls down low.
Ball possession for the Hoosiers. McNeil gets it back from Holmes. Now Garzone in between the circles. Holmes now posts middle of the paint. Lost control of the ball. Dug up by Martin. Hands it to Clark. Lob pass down to a Falter. Drives in. Layup good with the right hand.
Sydney Falter on the defensive end got her hand on the ball that caused the turnover and then hustled her butt down the court to get the layup. A great assist by Caitlin Clark.
73-64. Hawks break that 10-point barrier with 3:38 left to go. Scalia drives down the right side. Shot off the window. No. Almost went in. Bounced on the iron a couple of times. Kate Martin will pick up her first personal. That's the tough thing about these good three-point shooters for Indiana. They can also put the ball on the floor and get to the rim.
For sure, and then they're great free throw shooters as well. Scalia 6 for 6 tonight.
And she'll get 2, knocks down the first. 19 for Sarah Scalia, and 15 at the break. Second one, good. 75-64. Clark racing into the front court. Paint, drive, shot, window, no. Stalkey, rebound, goes up, blocked away along the baseline, and the ball goes out of bounds, but touched last by the Hoosiers. Clark along the baseline, looks inside, drops it off for Stalkey, right wing. Now Clark comes off a screen three-pointer, just scraped the right side of the rim. Not Caitlin Clark's night.
No. She's 3 of 14 behind the three-point line. Just cannot get it to go down.
8 of 24 from the field. 75-64 Indiana. With the lead in the basketball, Moore McNeil gets it out of Holmes in between the circles. Takes one dribble. And Clark face guarding Garzone, and then ball is stolen away by Clark from Garzone. Here's Caitlin, bounce pass for Stalkey, left-handed layup, good. Pass from the right wing to the left side, Stalkey with 10.
And great defense by Caitlin Clark, again, caused that steal. Kind of face guarding Garzone right now. There's an intensity there, right?
Great defense by Clark. She has 8 assists. Moore McNeil gets away from the defense, bounce pass inside Holmes, layup good. 77-66. Martin drives down the right side, shot, window, rolls it in off the right side of the rim. Kate with 18, another double-figure game, and a backcourt foul on Clark against Moore McNeil. Kate Martin has really stepped up offensively in the second half, as Clark has only had 4 points since 20 in the first half, but has dished out 8 assists and also now 9 assists and has 10 rebounds, so 1 assist away from a triple-double. Moore McNeil at the free throw line. Left-hander puts it up, no good. Score remains 77-68, 2:26 left to go. Fourth quarter action from Bloomington. Second one, good. Moore McNeil with 6. Clark across the timeline. Deep three off the iron, no. Long rebound, Parrish. More McNeil into the front court. Clark goes after the steal, couldn't get it. As we approach 2 minutes left to go, Hawks will probably have to start fouling here as Scalia, three-pointer right wing, drills it. That ought to do it.
Yeah, Indiana has been in control this whole game. They've stayed in control.
81-68. Clark, right side, goes up for the layup. No. Thing she does very well is finish around the rim. We've had a couple climb out tonight. And the Hawks now will play defense. Here's Garzone on the right wing. Drops a pass inside. Holmes wide open too.
Mackenzie Holmes has been absolutely lethal in this game. Really has put the nail in our coffin, sitting at 24 points, efficient shooting, and then the shot blocks.
Almost a steal in the Iowa front court by Garzone. And as she took the ball away, Sydney Falter will pick up the foul. That'll be her second. And Clark will come out of the game. 6-0 run the last minute for Indiana to seal it. 83-68, 119 left to go. Scalia on the right wing. Racing toward the baseline. Layup good off Marshall. Scalia with 25. And a whistle as the Hawkeyes just inbounded the ball. And a technical foul.
Excessive celebrating.
That'll be on Scalia. Kate Martin will shoot the tee. She'll get a pair. Kate's first rolls out. Had 20 against Michigan, 18 tonight, 85-68 Hoosiers. Second one, good. And now the Hawkeyes will get the ball at midcourt with 1:03 left to go. This will be the fourth loss of the year for the Hawkeyes. Martin pulls up, three-pointer straight away, no. Rebound taken down in the corner by Sydney Parrish. Under a minute. Parrish brings it into the front court. And just a quick timeout taken by Indiana to get subs in the game. Vargasser comes in. Sandvik. And she has the basketball off to La Mandola, who drives paint and is fouled. That'll be the third on Marshall. 85-69. La Mandola plays that power forward position and short on the first attempt. Second one in the air, good. Davis into the front court, 86-69. Now O'Grady trying to get it to Martin. It's popped in the air by La Mandola and intercepted. And I'm sure Indiana will have to put something up toward the basket one more time. La Mandola drives down the right side, spins, paint, floater, no. Ball tapped out of bounds. Touched last by Lily Meister. Iowa basketball with 22.4. Indiana 86, Iowa 69. Davis picks it up in the backcourt. Brings it down to the right wing. Now hands it off to Martin, fires a three, bracket no. Rebound LaMendola. And all she has to do is bring it across the timeline. And Indiana will get the victory against the Hawkeyes here in Bloomington, 86-69. Two teams shake hands and split the series. And now both with 3 losses in the Big Ten, tied for second place, and now 2 games behind Ohio State.
Yeah, it seems unlikely that Ohio State won't walk away with the Big Ten title outright. You never know. You know, stranger things have happened. But now the Hawks are going to have to focus on finishing this season as strong as they possibly can, knowing that they've got a tough matchup in Ohio State.
And a couple of tough games before that.
Correct.
Illinois on Sunday.
Yeah, we know Illinois just knocked off Indiana, so, you know, anything can happen.
And then at Minnesota next Wednesday night before the final regular season game of the year against the Ohio State Buckeyes. An intense crowd, as the whiteout crowd here at Assembly Hall was certainly ready for this one. The Hoosiers were as well, played very well. Hawkeyes had their opportunities and would probably say didn't play their best basketball. Struggled from the three-point arc, and a couple times in the third and fourth quarters able to get inside of 10 points, but not close enough, as Indiana wins it 86-69. We'll be back with the postgame show from Bloomington, Indiana after the break. Hoosiers win it. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Yep. Rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval. Minimum $50 deposit. Requires e-statements and direct deposit.
Hi, it's your friend, social
Member
media.
FDIC.
You know where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Hawkeyes, while your hard-working class are on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Also by United Healthcare, proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. Once again, here's Rob Brooks.
Hawkeyes fall to the Hoosiers 86-69, and Iowa now 23-4 overall, 12-3 in Big Ten Conference play. Indiana 22-4 overall, 14-3 in conference play as well. So the Hawkeyes will try to regroup and meet Illinois, the only time the two teams will play in the regular season, in Carver Hawkeye Arena at noon on Sunday. The scoring for you tonight, Caitlin Clark led the way with 24 points. She was 1 assist away from a triple-double. Kate Martin had a terrific second half, had 6 at intermission, ended up with 19. 3 points for Gabby Marshall, 10 for Hannah Stocke. Molly Davis had a 3, Sydney Falter 2 field goals for 4, 3 field goals for Addie O'Grady. She had 6 points. 2 players over 20 points for Indiana. Mackenzie Holmes ended up with 24, had 12 at the half. Sarah Scalia was quiet for much of the third quarter into the fourth, but ended up with 25 points. She had 15 at the half. Yarden Garzone had 15, knocked down some big-time threes when needed in the fourth quarter. Alexis Bargesser had 6. Juliana LaMendola had 3. Sydney Parrish got the start. She's been injured, missed several games, but did play under 6 minutes at Illinois, had 7 points tonight. For Caitlin Clark, she has tonight broke her own Big Ten record for the most made three-pointers in a single season. She made 140 a year ago. And, of course, mentioned that barely missed out on a triple-double with 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Hannah Stocke now has gone over the 300 career rebound mark and also has scored in double figures 28 career games. Kate Martin has now scored in double figures 19 of her last 23. She had 20 against Michigan and 19 in this contest. We'll be back with more postgame. We'll head to the Iowa locker room in a little bit as well as the Hawkeyes lose their third game in conference play, 4th overall this season. But we'll look to rebound against Illinois at home on Sunday. Indiana 86, Iowa 69. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here. Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard, with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources? Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
This is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day.
We talked throughout the game that rebounding certainly went Indiana's way as they out-rebounded the Hawkeyes 42-33, but both teams had 8 offensive rebounds. As a team, Iowa from the field, 26 of 67, 38.8%. 5 of 28 from 3, 17.9%. As many three-pointers as the Hawkeyes like to shoot. That's going to be tough to win a game with that number. And then 12 of 18 from the free throw line, 66.7%. For Indiana, 32 of 67, 51.6%. 9 out of 21 from 3. That's right about their average. At 42.9, they average 41% on the season. 13 of 19 from the free throw line, 68.4%. Hawkeyes had 20 assists, 15. Or make that 18 assists, 12 turnovers for the Hawkeyes. 20 assists, 15 mistakes with the basketball by Indiana. Let's head to the locker room and get the comments from Coach Bluter.
We are here in the locker room with Coach Bluter. Coach, you came into what we knew would be a very tough game in a very, very hostile environment. How did the Hawks fall short tonight?
Yeah, we just couldn't buy a bucket. And credit Indiana. They played great defensively, especially in Caitlin. They did such a good job of trying to keep the ball out of her hands. And, they met her at half court and really had a double team almost at her at half court. And, we were shot 5 for 28 from 3-point range, 18%. We're not going to win many games with that. Plus, we got out rebounded by 9, and that was a problem in the first half. They had 10 second chance points in the first half alone. So unfortunately, their defense really riled us, and the environment was really amazing.
Yep. You talked about Caitlin being off tonight. What do you need from your supporting cast when, in the rare times that she's, not on her A game, what do you need to see from the rest of the team to kind of step up and fill in those gaps?
It's really just, knocking down some open shots, and we can do it. I know that we can, and that was unfortunate, but, we didn't have an answer for Scalia tonight. She took us off the bounce. She used screens really, really well. She was a difference maker in this game tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, Scalia, Garzone, Mackenzie Holmes were really the three. Got 3 games left. What's your focus? How do you get your team to bounce back?
Yeah.
Illinois at home on Sunday.
And Illinois just beat Indiana, so we know we got a tough matchup coming into Carver. Hopefully we'll have a great crowd on Sunday. We're going to need it. We love playing in Carver, and hopefully we can bounce back.
Thanks, Coach.
Head coach Lisa Bluter and her post-game comments after the ball game tonight, and certainly talked about rebounding and just not being able to knock down shots. As assistant coach Raina Harmon joins me on the post-game show, and that kind of sums it up. Coach, I thought the rebounding was better in the second half, but boy, just had some 3-pointers, and many for Caitlin just bounced around, went halfway down, popped out. You never know if those go in, if that kind of gets things started.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the tail of the game right there. I thought Indiana did a great job defensively overall, but even when we got some of those open looks, I mean, we go 18%, from the three-point line, and when we take as many as we did tonight, that's always going to be tough. I thought, we even had some great looks around the rim early, but like you said, just kind of didn't fall our way. Some of them rimmed in, some of them rolled around and then came right back out. So, credit to a good Indiana team. Wish we, again, would have shot the ball, a lot better tonight.
And credit their defense, too. They did a good job on Caitlin, and it seemed like, part of the difficulty at three-point range was that they were contested.
They were, most of them were contested. It really doesn't even matter who shot it, and I thought that they, came in this game to be physical. They really didn't worry about their foul count. You can see how many, people they actually had defend Caitlin tonight. And so, for them to finish with, almost all the starters with 3 and a few with 4 fouls, I thought they came in really physical. And we kind of withstood that for a little bit and got to the free throw line. We didn't shoot it great from there either. But like as we always say, a hostile environment. Indiana is a great team, right? And you're talking about 2 offensive powerhouses, not in the Big Ten, but in the country.
Yeah, I mean, you're a top 15 team, and maybe even better than that in Indiana in this type of environment. We've been on the road when there's been a lot of black and gold.
Yeah.
Not the case tonight.
No, not the case tonight. But, we've played in situations like this before. You think of games previously at Ohio State, which was not a friendly crowd, and Iowa State, which is rarely ever a friendly crowd. So we've had the experience to play in this type of environment. Unfortunately, our shots just didn't fall.
But some runs. Got it into single digits on a couple of occasions, and you felt, okay, we're hanging around, maybe have a shot there in the fourth quarter, but then you kind of go back 2 big-time threes by Sydney Parrish. Boy, really hurt because that 2-3 zone defense was working.
Yeah, I thought we did a great job. Went to some junk defense, went to some zone defense, and I thought we had a little bit of momentum. And, I mean, credit to our team for just fighting the entire night. Down, I thought we were 15, maybe at the most, or even 18. But to keep kind of storming back and, like you said, getting a cut to like 9 and then 7. But, they just kept answering. Every time we would knock on the door, we would, have a foul. They get to the free throw line, or like you said, those 2 threes by Parrish were huge tonight.
But this is life on the road in the Big Ten, and it's only one game, and you move on to Illinois, and still a ton to play for, and that's what you want to do is come down the stretch and play really meaningful games, and this is going to be a tough place for anybody to win. It'll be nice to get back home after a couple of days rest and take on the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, I'd say we miss our Hawk fans, and so it will be good to just get back home, go over the film and talk about some things that we need to shore up, for the next game and for the rest of the season. We still have a lot of basketball left to play. No doubt that we're going to have better shooting nights and opportunities than we did tonight. So we'll do just that and be ready to gear up for Illinois this weekend.
And that's a good point that you make, Randy, because this is a really capable team shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I think on any given night we have somebody that could go off, right? I mean, I think we've seen that earlier in the season when Molly kind of broke out a little bit. We've seen that recently with Hannah Stalkey. I wish Gabby could get, more attempts, but to see one go in for her tonight was good. And I thought, Kate kind of played her butt off. I mean, offensively, defensively, she's always the glue. She worked really, really hard. I mean, she finished with 19 points, 5 rebounds.
And only had 6 at the half.
That's right. And so, I mean, she's a battler, she's getting to the free throw line. And so, like you said, we have people that are capable of stepping up. Obviously, we know Caitlin is going to have her numbers. We got to play a little bit more better defense than we did tonight, but I have no doubt that this is going to wake us up a little bit.
Next opportunity on Sunday. Raina, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Go Hawks.
Raina Harmon, assistant coach for the Hawkeyes, on the postgame show. Her comments. We've heard from Coach Bluter, and we'll hear from Addie O'Grady in a little bit, and also listen in on some of tonight's top plays. All that when the postgame show resumes. Indiana 86, Iowa 69. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Watch the exciting Iowa women's basketball team play in the Big Ten tournament. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited has just a few rooms available at the Marquette Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. The hotel is located just a few blocks and within an easy walk to the Target Center. This package is 2-night hotel only on March 8th and 9th with an option to purchase additional nights. Go to duagency.com to book this official Hawkeye women's basketball package. Click on vacations and group travel. Don't miss Hawkeye women's basketball in the Big Ten tournament. duagency.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
Our postgame stats report, also brought to you by Hy-Vee. You can score big savings with the all-new totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. 86-69, Indiana over Iowa. This is the 79th meeting between the two teams, split last year, and the two teams split this year as well. The Hawkeyes win in Iowa City and Indiana here in Bloomington. Caitlin Clark just missed a triple-double. She had 24 points, 10 boards, and 9 assists. Kate Martin, a terrific third and fourth quarters, ended up with 19. She had 6 at intermission. Hannah Stolke also in double figures with 10. Let's now listen in on some of tonight's top plays from a sold-out Assembly Hall. Holmes with 10. It's 28-22 Indiana. Iowa with Clark, three-pointer left wing. Drops it down, a fadeaway three off Moore McNeil. Cross-court pass to LaMendola for three. No good. Rebound in the paint taken by Clark. She crosses the timeline. Drives all the way down the right side. Bounce pass, Stolke. Layup, good.
That needs to keep happening.
Hoosiers 6-0 run the last 45 seconds. Here's O'Grady, gets free as she drives in. Nice lob pass from a Falter and lays it up and in. Addie O'Grady, her first point. Clark only with 2 points here in the quarter. Others have stepped up. Here's O'Grady outside the paint left wing. Now Gabby Marshall for three left side. Drills it. Gabby Marshall's first hoop. 62-54 Indiana. A Falter Cross-court pass, Marshall fakes a three, drives to the free throw line. Now backs up as Holmes comes out on her. Mismatch underneath. They do get it to Stalkey. She gets it in deep and lays it up off the window. Ball possession for the Hoosiers. McNeil gets it back from Holmes. Now Garzone in between the circles. Holmes now posts middle of the paint. Lost control of the ball. Dug up by Martin. Hands it to Clark. Lob pass down to a Falter. Drives in. Layup good with the right hand. And Clark face guarding Garzone, and then ball is stolen away by Clark from Garzone. Here's Caitlin. Bounce pass for Stalkey. Left-handed layup. Good. Pass from the right wing to the left side. Stalkey with 10. And that was one of three players in double figures for the Hawkeyes. Of course, Clark with 24, Kate Martin with 19, but the Hawkeyes just didn't shoot the ball as well as they normally do, and a lot of the credit goes to the Indiana defense as the Hoosiers win it 86-69. Final comments, and we'll hear from Addie O'Grady when we come back to Bloomington. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost. So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go, or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Ground beef is only $2.99 a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And $2.99 a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for ground beef every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Hi, it's your friend, social media. You know where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Thank you for joining us on the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Iowa, leading the nation in biodiesel production.
6-69, the Hoosiers over the Hawkeyes as the two teams split the series. Now Iowa has won 5 of the last 7 in the matchups between the two teams, as Addie O'Grady ended up playing 9 minutes and 26 seconds. Would have been more, but got 2 tough fouls called against her when she came in back in the first quarter. Did some good things. She was 3 out of 5 from the line, had a rebound and also an assist, and probably could have had a double-digit type of performance had she been able to play a little bit more, but ended up with 3 personal fouls as well as we head to the Iowa locker room.
All right, we are here with Addie O'Grady. Addie played 20 minutes tonight, 6 points, but some great defense and just some solid minutes. Mm-hmm. You were going up against All-American Mackenzie Holmes, who had a great game. What did you learn? What did you take away from tonight?
I mean, tonight was a great environment for women's basketball. That's the first thing. It was super loud and really fun to play, but Mackenzie Holmes is a really good player, and I think it just gets me better every single time I play against her, and she's working me on offense and defense, so I don't know, I think she just makes me better.
You came in, started off strong, ran into the 2 fouls, but overall it was a good matchup. What do you learn? What do you take away from this when we go into the last couple games of the season?
Don't get in foul trouble.
For sure.
No, I just need to well, with fouling wise, just be more straight up, because even if they're all ball, the refs are gonna call it, but kind of just learning like how not to get mad at the refs and just take what they give me, and then I don't know, being able to play in a tough environment. This is good preparation for the end of the season.
Yeah, you were definitely all experiencing that sort of hostile environment tonight. The crowd felt like a sixth player on the court, so to speak, and tough calls, tight calls from the refs as well. Good job, Addie.
Thank you.
Tiffany, thank you very much. And I think that is the takeaway tonight. You learn playing in a very difficult environment, and you prepare the rest of the way, because only 3 regular season games remain, and you got the Big Ten tournament, the NCAA tournament, so they all matter coming down the stretch, that's for sure. But this one tonight goes Indiana's way at 86-69. Clark with 24, Martin with 19, Hannah Stolke with 10. For Indiana, 2 players with 20-plus points tonight. Mackenzie Holmes with 24, Sarah Scalia with 23, and Garzone had 15. That was the trifecta offensively for Indiana. Our next game broadcast will be on Sunday, as it is the only meeting between Iowa and Illinois that is a noon tip from Carver Hawkeye Arena. We will be on the air at 11:45 a.m. on Sunday. Final score once again, Indiana 86, Iowa 69. For Tiffany Reedy, I'm Rob Brooks. Thanks so much for listening tonight, and good night from Assembly Hall, Bloomington, Indiana. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
This has been the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward. Hawkeye women's basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Authentic brand. Elevate your everyday style with a premium label of choice. Hy-Vee. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.